안녕하세요. 매일매일 운동하기를 실천하고 있는 동탄 왕호입니다. 3월 14일 일요일 운동해야죠. 오늘 브레이브걸스 롤린이 음악방송에서 1위를 했습니다. 오늘 운동해야 되는데 지금 저녁 9시가 다 돼갑니다. 쉬는 날이었지만 피곤하네요. 그래서 운동을 안 할까 하다가 어떡하지? 스트레칭 조금 하고 팔굽혀펴기 한 10개만 하고 바로 좀 더 그냥 쉬겠습니다. 오늘은 좀 쉬는 날이에요. 쉬는 날로 하겠습니다. 역시 운동의 CNN이죠.
Now, after that, we are going to see President Biden go on a victory tour, really to promote this bill right now. It's popular, they want to keep it that way, but also to educate Americans, having it come out of his own mouth of how they stand to benefit from this bill. So we will see President Biden on Tuesday in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. We'll see Vice President Harris, the First Lady, the Second Gentleman, all out this week, and President Biden and Vice President Harris will be in Georgia on Friday promoting it. Victor, Christy?
Yeah, it was one of the things that the president says was a mistake after the Recovery Act in 2009, not going out to sell it to the American people. He's going to do that with this act. Jasmine Wright for us in Wilmington. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. So a high school basketball announcer in Oklahoma has apologized after hurling a racial insult during a live stream of a state tournament. In a statement obtained by CNN, announcer Matt Rowan said, quote, "While the comments I made would certainly seem to indicate that I'm a racist, I am not," unquote.
He also said he's a diabetic and his sugar was spiking. Rowan claims he doesn't believe he would have made the comments if that hadn't happened. The school, which was hosting the tournament, said it has terminated their contract with the broadcasting company.
So a network of barbershops and beauty salons is working to get more people in minority communities vaccinated. Look at this.
Will you tell me when it's over? It's over. It's over. How was that? You did it already?
You can see how happy he is, even with that mask on. Why it's their mission to stop the spread of misinformation and fear about getting the shot. That's next.
In tonight's all-new episode of Lincoln, Divided We Stand, discover how President Lincoln struggled with the Civil War and racial equality. Here's a look ahead.
There occurs the greatest battle of the war at Gettysburg on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 1863.
Pennsylvania is as far north as the Confederate Army has ever gotten. If the Union lost here, it cleared the way for Lee to continue marching into New York. They could cut off the northern states and New England from the Mississippi River, which would have been a huge disaster.
The stakes were extremely high.
A first-day attack by the Confederate Army sends the Union Army fleeing through town and then up into the heights.
Lincoln, Divided We Stand continues tonight at 10, right here on CNN.
As a major economic hub in Asia, Korea offers world-class infrastructure for MICE travel, which stands for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. Its rich history and traditional charms offer business travelers a one-of-a-kind experience. In these challenging times for travel, Korea has adopted new protocols to continue providing excellent service in offline, online, or hybrid modes. Korea beyond meetings.
Beauty, luxury, silk, a symbol of social status in India, but behind it, a darker world.
You wouldn't like to think about this product as an outcome of somebody's bonded labor.
Forced to repay loans and suffer abuse.
We have identified a number of persons in bondage.
Meet courageous survivors fighting back. Silk Slaves, a CNN Freedom Project documentary. Monday, ahead of My Freedom Day on March 16. All new inside Africa. Follow the stories taking shape throughout the continent. Go inside the inventive minds, the evolving places, and the creative trends of the Africa you need to know now. Inside Africa, only on CNN, in association with Zenith Bank.
The closing chapter of ISIS's presence, they have left absolute devastation in their wake. Extraordinary to stand exactly where ISIS may in fact have been plotting attacks against the West. This is the strange new world in Syria and the end game of the fight against ISIS. NATO ally facing NATO ally. We're headed now deep inside gang territory. This crisis all created by the mad policies of a government. This city almost constantly living with the threat of a Russian invasion.
I'm Becky Anderson, 200 meters above the city of Dubai. This is CNN.
It's very strange because, you know, today a lot of kids, they want to be a football player or a DJ because you're famous, you make a lot of money. But at the time, there was no such thing as a superstar DJ. When I started, that concept did not exist. So it was just about, you know, my passion for music, wanting to share that passion. I was not maybe enough confident to become a musician and be on stage, you know, playing the keyboard or singing. I was just playing records and I was very technical. And I started this when I was 14. And I just pursued my dream step by step. I never thought, oh, one day I'm going to fill stadiums, you know, or be on the top of Burj Al Arab, you know. I had a dream and another one, and I'm ending up here with you.
This is CNN. More people get their news from CNN than any other news source.
People in Italy are preparing for another round of lockdowns starting tomorrow.
Yeah, the country's prime minister says there's a new wave of infections sweeping across the country, that these lockdowns are needed to stop the spread. CNN correspondent Daria Gallagher has more from Rome.
Italians are bracing for a new lockdown beginning on Monday. 10 of Italy's 20 regions, including cities like Rome, Milan, and Venice, will be on full lockdown. The Easter weekend, April 3rd through 5th, will see a national lockdown. Authorities are saying these new measures are necessary because the rate of transmission has increased rapidly due